Welcome back to another video. I was so excited to make this video, and then like my blue light glasses, they're totally distracting. Oh, you guys, I had to get these because my sleep has been so bad. Okay, and I'm getting ready to go to bed, but I had to tell you this before anything else happens. You've been asking about when my account was terminated, my suspensions, and I wanted to answer some of the questions so you could be more clear. And the number one question that I got was, how do you, I almost want to pull up the question from the YouTube comments. The question was, do you have a copyright template so we know exactly what to put in our copyright? And the answer is yes. You guys know that I have been I've worked with a trademark attorney and a copyright attorney. So in one of my termination videos, I told you that I was able to write to Amazon and tell them that I had copyrighted my books. And you can't copyright a title, but you can copyright a series of books. And that's exactly what I did. I copyrighted over 150 covers because other self-publishers were copying me. And so that would allow me to protect the covers in a series. And what I'm working on now is, it's kind of a secret, I'm working on trademarking a series. So if anybody else uses those keywords, sayonara. I almost made an inappropriate gesture. Don't come for me. Don't come for my job, okay? So here's the question. How do I write a copyright page for Amazon KDP? It only needs to include the rights reserved and a copyright notice. So in the description of this video, I am going to give you my copyright template page. You need to customize it yourself. You do have to give me your email so you can download it, but it will be a link in the description. And this is what you put on the inside of a page, but you do not need this for low content. If your book has repeated pages, you do not need this. If your book is a coloring book or you want to just show that your cover is copyrighted, then you would add this, okay? So that is a distinction that we need to remember when we are legally trying to protect our book. Also, in 1923, the U.S. government opened up a department called copyright. The department, right? Like intellectual property rights. And what that means is anyone in the United States that draws something, writes something down, like when your pen goes to that paper, you own the copyright on it. That's called intellectual property, IP. And you can protect that further, but that is a beautiful gift of publishing on Amazon, KDP, is that you own the copyright if you create something. That's also why AI has been so controversial, because it's going to be more difficult to prove the human element in a trademark, right? In a copyright. So I love that question. Go to the description so you can access that and you can use it. And I like to switch out the author name with my pen name. And if I have a website, I'll put in my website in the template too. And maybe I'll do a video for you so you can see me using it if that would be valuable for you. Okay, so sorry that I didn't answer those questions that thoroughly. I always get a lot of questions about my account being suspended twice and terminated once. And I really want to normalize that mistakes happen so you're not discouraged. I've had a lot of people come to me privately and shared that it's happened to them, and it's not the end of the world. It's not something to be embarrassed about unless you were intentionally being naughty. If you're intentionally being naughty, then these videos probably aren't for you, because I'm not an intentionally naughty person. I love rules and I really like to walk the line. I really like the way that I feel knowing that I am operating in like optimal integrity. And I do have a conscience that's like, hey, that's not okay. Let's not do that, okay? And I do believe that when you're honest and you lead with integrity, that's a form of abundance, okay? So let's not lie, cheat, and steal, because that's a form of scarcity. That means your heart of hearts, you don't believe that you deserve things, or that you can work to get these things, right? So anyways, off topic. Okay, next question that we got from the last video is, how do you prove copyright in KDP? Because every time that you upload a book, KDP's like, check the box. And I get students, I get strangers like, Jenny, how do I prove this? You can actually, when you publish your book, if you have a website, let's say you're a self-publisher and you have a website, you can do a blog post or just a separate page on your website that shows the book that you own the copyright. So in June, I did a book with 26 authors, a lot of my girlfriends that do digital marketing and run online businesses. And because we had 26, KDP was like, Jenny, you need to prove that you have the copyright for it. So I had a copyright page. And so I had to set up a page on my website that showed the book with all the authors. And then the authors took that URL and they submitted it to Author Central and said, Jenny owns the copyright, or add me as an author. It was messy, and I learned a ton. So you guys can learn from all of my steps, right? So you can verify that you own the copyright by having it published elsewhere, like just a website or a blog post, right? I think here are my notes. Amazon also will allow that screenshots of the documentation also work. And you have to, if you have the template that I'm giving you, that is always good to have on the inside of covers, on the inside page. Not specifically for notebooks unless you're trademarking an entire series. And I'm getting ready to have my attorney come on to our YouTube channel and ask questions, answer all the questions that we have about it, and he is amazing. Okay, so that answers that question. There was another question that we have. Someone asked this, and I just wanted to clear it up. Does Amazon give you copyright? So when you decide to sign up for an account, you're making the agreement with Amazon that you're going to own the copyright of your books. You're going to keep your account safe by only publishing things you have access to through copyright. So that's why the problems happen with Canva Pro Elements, because those are third-party artists that are contributing to Canva, but they still own the trademark because they're the ones who designed them. So it's a really important thing to remember that Amazon cannot extend a copyright to you. You do it yourself, and just by the virtue of like creating a product is how that comes to pass. Okay, so that's a good question. And now someone asked, is a copyright required? It's not, but like the fact that my account was terminated and I got it turned back on because I could supply some documentation about copyright, I felt like was a tender mercy for me. Like, oh, I was so grateful. And I was on the way to making like $20,000 in low content books in 1 month when that happened. So it was very discouraging, but also outside of like coaching and offer creation, publishing books has been like so fun. So I just try to keep my account very safe, and I understand that like I need to diversify where my money comes from. Okay, so if you're like, I'm going all in on KDP, that's great. Build a website, get the email list so you still have people that love your stuff. Okay, let me go back to the other question. Let's see. Someone asked like, what can get you banned from KDP? That's kind of off topic. If you guys feel like you need a video on that, then you need to tell me in the comments. Jenny, tell us how we can get banned. Okay. I think that's all. I think that's all the questions you guys asked. And someone else asked, yeah. Do you need a business license to sell on Amazon? This one's kind of off topic. You don't. You can set up an agreement between a business and Amazon, and that's incredible. But personal information, you can start just yourself. They may ask you to update with a government ID, but you literally do not need a business license to get going on it. Also in the previous video, somebody said, Jenny, you called yourself out by saying that your spouse has a backup account. And I wanted to clarify that. I call it a backup account because my husband doesn't care about KDP like I do. He hasn't been bit by the KDP bug. So when my account was terminated, I have books under my personal brand, Jenny Hansen Lane. I don't want those to go away. And so I thought best practice, he could open an account and I could upload my content, my personal brand there. important stuff I care about with my family because we're never going to sell the account. So to just be clear, I do not have 2 accounts. I have 1 login. It's a personal email. My husband has 1 login. It's a personal email. And they're not really backup accounts. They're emotionally, but I apologize. I don't want to be misleading. As I told you guys, I like to walk the line of being transparent. Okay, last question. In the comments, display copyright, you use the C symbol and you can get that inside Canva, but I'm going to give you a template for it. So you should be able to just go. So let me know if you have any other questions about copyright, writing a copyright page. You'll see the template. I'll review it. It will be super easy. We'll have fun. We'll achieve our dreams. We will not let our disappointments dictate our destiny, right? We will go forward in power, abundance, and kindness. Be kind to each other. Like and subscribe. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for letting me spend my bedtime with you guys. Love you guys. Peace out.